guys, what's up? Bridges on top. Back to you with another one, man. This interview gonna be real good. It's gonna be real special to me because back in the day I used to play wide receiver. So just interviewing this dude is gonna mean a lot. Especially to the FAMU fans. This position that he plays it's the most talked about position to winning or losing a game in critical moments. So this interview was big. We're gonna let him introduce himself. When I saw his highlight, the first thing I thought was I just thought about a cannon. That like this dude got a cannon. Shoot, if he was a DJ, we'll call him DJ Cannon, but I'm gonna let him introduce himself, man.
What's up? My name's Jeremy Musa. Everyone calls me Moose that I play with on the field. So I'm excited to be here. Excited to get going here real soon.
Okay. Everybody call you Moose. So, oh, that's gonna be big at fam. Everybody yelling in the crowd, Moose. I can hear it now. I can hear it now, man. So, let's get started off. When did you started playing football?
I first started playing when I was 7 years old. So this probably I don't have to do the numbers, but probably like my 15th season or something playing football. So
Mhm.
it's been since I was a little kid. So it's always been a part of my life. It's been something I've been used to. It's a sport I love, and
I
I grew up playing a lot of different other sports. And I was a big baseball player, but ultimately, I love football, so that's why I continue to keep playing.
okay, cool, cool. So you
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
I couldn't hear what you just said.
Okay. So you played baseball. What position you played?
Over the years, I played everything. So most recently, I was a catcher. I played third, played first base, played outfield, did some pitching here and there, but I played it all. I was a good hitter too. So that was my probably my best attribute right there.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. That's very unique. A lot of quarterbacks play baseball, so
Definitely. Definitely.
definitely. So, just having that arm talent for baseball and football I think is helpful because you learn how to throw different ways and learn how to maneuver your arm certain ways where you can throw it just like a Patrick Mahomes, with the side arm and tossing it up and tossing it to the back. But that's cool. That's cool. So let's talk about you from California.
Yeah.
You, you just like Florida. It's sunny over there. They say it never rain in Cali. So talk us talk to us about how California football is because I know it's almost like Texas and Florida is almost all year round.
Yeah, no, football is huge out there. I would say it's a little different in the fact that we have so many different sports going on that it's not just the only show in town. There's a lot of other big time sports with big time athletes that people play out there, and but yeah, it's the one of the best states, if not the best state, to play high school football in. We've got a lot of great athletes, good football culture out there, and you know they say people from Florida are fast, but we got just as many fast athletes out there too. So it's a good mix, of just being able to grow up in an environment like that in Southern California. I think it's one of the reasons I've had the opportunity to be so successful in my sports career.
Definitely, definitely. That's it's crazy how like each sports region has their own type of way of football and basketball and what's much more dominant. The Florida speed or the California speed or the grind out there in Texas. So once you go in a melting pot at a college, you get to see like the true athletes. You get to see like who actually put in the work, who actually put in the grind in those different cities. So that's cool. So, you know, you in your high school career playing quarterback, playing baseball. why didn't you go the baseball route than the football route?
I just love football more. It's something I enjoyed playing more. I played baseball longer, and it was my first like sport, for real that I actually started playing. But there's just something about football and how different of a sport it is just than any other. How team oriented it is, and just for me being a quarterback, having the ball in my hands every play and being the one running the show, it's a little different than playing baseball, where if you're not the pitcher, it's kind of a little bit slower pace. And I think over the years I began to just get a little bored with it, whereas football is there's always something you got to do, especially at my position. You have so much control over the game, so that's what I love about it. It's all on you.
Definitely, definitely, man. I'm gonna say you probably, yeah, because baseball, that transition into, the pitcher usually have the show,
Yeah,
if you want to say, because he the one dictates, everything, and the batter. So usually y'all just waiting for the ball to come out there,
yeah,
which is baseball. It's every down, every play, you know. It's either a bust or make every play for football. So definitely, definitely. So coming out of high school, you was recruited by some, heavy people as far as like doing JUCO and probably a couple of D2 schools. Can you tell us about that journey as far as going to a JUCO school?
yeah. Well, out of high school, I was recruited by a good amount of schools. I had think 5 offers. They're mostly from Mountain West schools. So I had originally went to the University of Hawaii out of high school. I was there for a year. Yeah, I enrolled early in the spring semester, and then as the year went on, I just felt that being there for the rest of my career wasn't going to be the best thing for me. So I decided to go the JUCO route because I wanted to see where I could end up. I probably would have had the opportunity to transfer to an FCS school right away or something like that, because back then there was not the immediate eligibility rule with the one-time transfer. So I would have had to sit out if I wanted to stay, at the D1 FBS level. So I
Mm-hmm.
decided to go to JUCO and see what happens, bet on myself, and if I play well, ultimately other opportunities would present themselves. And I did. I took care of business, played really well, and coming out of JUCO, I was looking at a lot of big time places, and ultimately decided to go with Vanderbilt. So yeah, that's kind of my journey from Hawaii to junior college, and there's some other details in between, and other schools that were looking at me. And I also broke my ankle at the end of my JUCO season, so that was kind of another little hiccup or a little bump in the road. So just trying to navigate that, and being grateful that I still had the opportunity to go to Vanderbilt, because I got the opportunity to earn a great education. I just graduated from there last month, so that was a big reason that I chose to go there as well.
All right, cool, cool. I want to kind of stick on the JUCO route, bruh. You threw 7 touchdowns.
Hmm.
Threw seven, bruh. Like that's like Madden, that's like NCAA 14 stats, man. You must have been having a good day that day. Everything must have, been clicking. So can you tell me, like, did y'all knew that y'all was going to score that many points? 'Cause I think I scored 80 points. That's a lot.
That was actually my first game in JUCO, so I mean I didn't really know what to expect. I think we had scrimmaged one team like a week or two before, so but yeah, I mean, I I always go out there fully, expecting to have a great performance. And I'm my toughest critic, so if I don't hold up on my end, even if others are satisfied, I probably won't be myself. But I mean, that was definitely a fun game. It was my first game. I wanted to go out there and make a statement. definitely playing with a little chip on my shoulder just to, prove to the people, that I can do this, and, prove the people who believe in me right. They've been there since the start. So, things just kind of came together, and my coach at San Bernardino Valley College, his name's Daniel Algadas. He kind of wanted to, being a D1 bounce back, just show, all right, this is the type of player he is, and come out with a bang. So, he was calling the plays, and, the game kind of just came together, presented itself, taking advantage of the opportunities that I was given. And, I'm never going out there trying to hit a certain stat line. It kind of just happens. But, it's definitely a really fun game.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. That's man, that's amazing. So you go to Hawaii. That wasn't really the choice for you as far as your career and your academics and stuff. You go to JUCO. So can you tell me the difference between I always ask I've been asking all the players this between D1 and JUCO. Like JUCO, this is kind of like I got to put everything on the line to get
Mhm.
back to where I want to be. Was that your mindset going in every game? Like, how was that?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely know, I have to play well to have an opportunity to, go back to the D1 level. But I was never putting extra pressure on myself or, pressing. It was kind of just like once I get out on the field in between the lines, I'm worried about the play at hand, what I need to do to execute that play. And that's kind of really all I'm focused on. Of course, there's times where, you're on the sidelines or whatever it may be. And I'm thinking to myself, like, hey, I got to put up these type of numbers so I can make some noise and be able to get recruited where I want to go. But like I said, when you're on the field, you're just trying to execute the play at hand. The the difference between the Division 1 level and JUCO, I would say, is JUCO. There's good players everywhere, just like Division 1, but for whatever reason, everyone has their individual reasons. They had to stop at JUCO, whether it had to be grades, whether they weren't recruited heavily out of high school, or there's various reasons, like me coming as a bounce back trying to find another opportunity. I would just say that the talent gap between maybe the best player on your team and the worst player on your team is going to be a lot bigger versus, or in the junior college level versus Division 1. But there's definitely going to be big time players that can play at the next level.
Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. That's good to hear. So, going out of that transition, you talked about you broke your ankle. How is the rehab and how is the mind process of trying to, at the end of the season, you don't have no more football, but you want to get back on the field in due time, to be healthy. So how is the rehab process and how is your mental standpoint as far as, getting your ankle healthy, like at 100%?
Well, my rehab process really didn't start till I was actually at Vanderbilt. I had I broke my ankle in the beginning of November, and I wasn't cleared to walk till Christmas Day. So, and then I enrolled in Vanderbilt probably a week later. So, most of my rehab was already, you know, going to start when I was at school, and I kind of knew that I had a secure spot. But before then, it was definitely, a big hit. Um, I would say not because of the things I did on the field, because that spoke for themselves. More so, were coaches going to want to take a chance on me, give me an opportunity. Um, you know, taking visits, I couldn't walk. I was on a scooter, so
Mm-hmm.
it was just more so, is the coach believe what I can do enough to want to give me the opportunity, give me a scholarship to go play at their school. So thankfully it happened, and but it was definitely really, really tough mentally, just because it wasn't in my hands anymore. It was more so just hoping that my tape spoke for itself, and trying to reassure coaches that it's a broken bone, and it's going to heal just in due time.
Definitely, definitely. So let's take that another transition. So going to JUCO, in rehab. Okay, now you at Vanderbilt. So you're in the SEC. You're in the power conference. You're
Mhm.
that they say is either SEC and the next thing is the NFL. So talk to us about the competitiveness and what SEC brings to the table that other conferences don't.
Well, I mean, just from seeing, being there for 2 years, the best athletes in the nation are playing in this conference, and you know, going every Saturday, there's going to be at least a couple guys on the field that are going to be potential first round picks. So it's really the most challenging league in the country, I feel, and you have to bring it every week because these teams are physical, they're fast, and they're smart, So there's a reason that everyone wants to try and come and play in this conference, whether it be the atmosphere on Saturday, some of the best college football atmospheres in the country, the tradition, and, just the ability to play on the biggest stage in college football is attractive. And, that's something that I want to experience as well. I wanted to experience that and also get a great education. So that's why I think Vanderbilt was a perfect spot for me to land.
Okay, okay. What did you get your degree in?
It was called Medicine, Health, and Society. So it's like public health or like sociology relating to the medical field.
Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. So being at SEC, seeing these big time athletes, and being in these big time games. Um, what did you take that you didn't know going into practices or the games or just being on campus? Like, what's one thing that you can take from, like, okay, now I understand why this is the SEC. I understand why this is Vanderbilt.
Well, I mean, I think the biggest difference probably is just up front the big guys in their play, just how physically their physical ability and just like how freakishly athletic they are, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I think that's like the biggest thing you learn is just like how big and how fast these guys are, and it's really about from the quarterback perspective, just you're not always going to be able to beat these people with athleticism just because they're so talented themselves. It's really about playing within the scheme and delivering the ball accurately and on time, and that's how you're going to win games, whether it be in the SEC or the NFL. These guys are the most you know athletic people in the world most of the time. So you're not always going to be able to out athletic them. So just doing your job is the biggest thing that I took, and being consistent.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. So, you being a quarterback, quarterback has what was your most challenging thing going from like JUCO to the SEC? Was it the playbook? Was it learning all the new players over again, learning your receivers, learning the offensive line? Like what was the most of the biggest challenge you had as far as like I have to step it up a notch because I have to make these relationships. I have to make this last because I'm here.
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge for me was, when I first got there, rehabbing, coming off of my injury, and not being able to just participate in all the things that the team was doing. And then shortly thereafter, we had just started spring ball, and I was still not even close to being healthy, kind of just hobbling around, but I was able to do some 7-on-7 and stuff like that. But, then COVID hit. So just having to go home, rehabbing, getting, trying to get ready for the summer workouts, and then not really feeling like myself, till right about fall camp. And at this point, we had four brand new quarterbacks that had all signed that year. So just being in a 4-person quarterback competition, coming off of an injury, trying to regain my confidence, and just trying to become the player I know I can be. And then I got COVID during fall camp, the third day. So all of that just combined, just I wasn't able to get the opportunity that I wanted, and nor make the impact that I could. So it was just a tough situation, and then that kind of just led into the season, and not really getting the opportunities that I wanted. So I'd probably say that was the toughest, that sequence of events.
Okay, okay. I'm glad you talked about the COVID thing because that was gonna be my next question. But being a quarterback, you always got to be, and well, any position, you always have to be in competition. You always have to bring your A game. Can you tell us how was like the competition? Every week with the quarterback battles. Like, I know, was it friendly competition, or you wasn't there for friends, or you were just there for I'm here to be the number one quarterback, and I can't make friends right
No, I think everyone's there for the same thing. They want to play, but it's also about having a cohesive room and everyone getting along and trying to better each other through competition, but doing it in a way that's healthy for everyone as well. We're all there to have the same, end goal, but we're going to help each other get there. We're going to help each other understand, what's going on, asking questions in meetings, and, collaborating just to, be as good as we can be as a room. And then from there, the coaches will decide, who plays, and ultimately it's out of our hands. So, but it's definitely great to have competition. you know you're not going to get better unless somebody is pushing you, whether it be yourself internally, a coach, another player. There always has to be someone forcing you to get better. You can't stay stagnant.
now. Okay, okay. Definitely. That's one of the things that I see as when an outside looking in. I see are they really competing? Are they friends and still competing? So that's good that y'all had a cohesive unit and y'all are able to be friends and feed off one another and make each other better because that's what it's all about. It's always about the end game and not right now because if you're looking right now you don't know what's going to happen. So that's definitely good. Um, but okay, come in. You finish your tender at Vanderbilt. So you know, what was that process like? Was you going to keep playing at Vanderbilt, or were you going to go somewhere else, or was you going to stop? Like, what was the process with you and your family like? Because I know you had to have that talk with your family as far as continuing playing football, continuing playing quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, there were definitely some times last year where you ask the question, do I want to keep playing? What's next for me? And ultimately, I came to the conclusion that yes, I do. I mean, I love football. I love being out there every single day with my teammates. I just love throwing the ball around, and I love the game of football. So I think that was an easy one for me to answer. And then, next for me was, I'm graduating. What does it look like? What is my opportunity here at Vanderbilt? And um, we had two quarterbacks play this past year. One started like the first 6 games. The next one started like the last 5 out of 6, but played in the last 6 games pretty significantly. And I had an opportunity to get in at the end of the game when we played Mississippi State. Played well. I was kind of just waiting for my opportunity, and I felt I really wasn't awarded that on the field. I was playing really well in practice and whatnot. So I ultimately just wanted the opportunity to play, and then after having conversations with our coaching staff and kind of what they see for their future because they're a brand new coaching staff this past year. So they're trying to establish an identity and a program, and I want to get on the field and play. And I just think that it wasn't the right time for them, the type of player that I am and just how young and we were as a team. And so ultimately we came to the decision that it'd probably be best for me if my top priority was playing, getting on the field, for me to go elsewhere. And so we talked extensively about that. And I loved Vanderbilt. It was a great place. Best 2 years of my college experience thus far. And Nashville's a great city. I loved everything about it. I just didn't get what I wanted out of it on the football side. So I told myself the next spot I end up is going to be based solely on what's best for me on the field.
Definitely like to hear that. So, you leave Vanderbilt, you got your degree. So next thing is the transfer portal, which you didn't have back in the day, when you left um, Hawaii and Juco. So now you got a new thing. You have a transfer portal, and now basically like everybody in the world can know that you're transferring. So what was your thoughts about the transfer portal? What was your thoughts about you getting recruited by other major schools?
I mean, I really didn't know what to think, honestly, because the film, the most recent film that I had was my junior college film, and I was recruited, pretty well out of junior college, but that was 2 years ago. So, um, my thought process was I didn't know what to expect. I had some help from coaches back home that were helping me, reach out to people, and word travels quickly. So, um, yeah, when I put my name in the portal, I was pleased to have so many people that were interested in me. I really wasn't worried about what level of D1 ball it was going to be, whether it was FBS or FCS. It was just whatever's going to be the best opportunity for me to play on the field, and that's what I was basing my decision off of the whole time. So, I was pleased to have so many people interested in me, like I said. And I just wanted to get to know the coaches from all the schools, as best I could in the short amount of time, but also try to make a timely decision and not wait too long, because at the end of the day, there's so many people in the transfer portal, and there's only so many spots, so of course, my talent and whatnot is going to be there for the coaches. They're going to want me because of that. But there's also other people at my position wanting that same spot. So it's also trying to make a smart decision, weigh everything, but not take too long.
Oh, definitely, definitely, definitely. So you being a transfer portal, the landscape, from has changed to about HBCUs, everything about HBCUs. Shout out to FAMU, shout out to Deion Sanders, shout out to Hugh Jackson at Grambling. So, being on this rise of HBCU, when they gave you that offer, Coach Willie Simmons gave you that offer, or you was looking at FAM, like how did you come upon FAMU as far as other HBCUs?
Actually, Coach Simmons, the first day I was in the portal, he contacted me on Twitter, DM'd me on Twitter. So, he recruited one of the other quarterbacks at my school, at a high school, and he had really good things to say, to Coach Simmons about me. And um, my quarterback coach from back home also had some connections. He knows Coach Black. They've worked together before, so it was just mutual connections, and also a good referral from one of my former teammates. And that's kind of how Coach Simmons got in contact with me. And um, I didn't really hear from other HBCUs, honestly. So FAMU was only one, but um, I was excited, to hear from them. They're a really good team, and I'm excited to be a part of it now. But at the time, you know, I wasn't really, like, oh, I'm going to go to FAM because it's a, HBCU and that's what everyone's doing right now. It's just more so, like I said, I was trying to weigh what was best for me on the field.
Okay, okay, that's good to know that you wasn't trying to, bite into the hype. You wasn't trying to like feed into, all the internet stuff. You really chose FAMU because that was your best decision, hands down. So that's like that's when you say that, that's good to know because another question, how was your relationship? You talking back and forth with Coach Willie, because Coach Willie, like I know he's an offensive minded coach. I know he's a quarterback coach, So
Mhm.
like what was your relationship just talking to me?
It was good. I mean, we had multiple conversations on the phone. He called me the first time I was in the portal, so we had a good conversation. And then, also talking to my parents, just telling them what my experience would be like here at FAM, and then just getting to know the rest of the coaching staff as well. Coach Black, that's going to be who I'm spending most of my time with. So just making sure that he can develop me even further at this point in my career, because there's still a lot of work to be done, a lot of progress to be made, and you can always get better. So just making sure they they know where my head's at and I know where theirs is at, and we have a great relationship already in such a short time, and I'm looking forward to growing it even more. So, and then just coming up to Tallahassee on my visit, seeing how everything is, and the opportunities that are here for me, I was just really excited.
Definitely, definitely. So when you came to Tallahassee, so like when you stepped on FAMU campus, what was like the first thing you encountered, or what was the first thing you noticed about FAMU students, just FAMU just in general?
Well, when I came, it was like, I think you guys weren't in class because it was like right before Christmas break or right before Christmas.
Okay.
So I mean, I just the first thing I noticed, is a really nice campus. It's beautiful, and Tallahassee looks like a nice place to live and to be. So I was excited. At that point, I didn't know I was going to come to FAM yet, but I was, it was just, you know, everything I was taking in was giving me even more reason to say, yeah, this is a spot for me.
Definitely, definitely. When I talked to the other recruits, they said the same thing, and you know, just a story about me. I didn't go to FAM at first. I went to get my master's at FAM, and that's how I felt when I stepped on campus. I was like, yeah, this is yeah, I'm coming to FAMU.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have good, you're on campus right now. What is your major right now, or like what is your grad major you're taking up for?
Sports management.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Shout out to people in sports management. Miss Dr. Ali.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out people in sports management, man. That's my home place right there. So you definitely ain't gonna be away from the facility. It's right over there, man.
Yeah. It's
Um,
nice. Everything close.
yeah. So definitely you gonna love it, man. You gonna love it. You gonna yeah. Ali gonna have you straight. So being on campus and being around Tallahassee, you know, I know you're all the way far away from home, but this one of the questions I want to ask: does it feel like you're at home in fam?
I mean, I'm still getting settled in and everything. But no, I mean, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't feel that way. I'm still getting to know everyone on the team, still trying to, find my way around town and whatnot. But there's no reason that it wouldn't feel like that.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. So, being at HBCU, being a black college, what is the difference you see from you being at Vanderbilt and you being at FAMU? Like, can you name some of the difference for people? Because man, a lot of people don't know the differences about a HBCU or a Vanderbilt?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, just, for most people, they would think the demographics are a little different. That's probably the truth. I mean, we had diverse student population at Vanderbilt, and I'm sure you guys do here too, but it's probably, predominantly African American, and that's probably one difference from Vanderbilt. The city is a little different. Nashville's, bigger metropolitan city compared to Tallahassee. It's it's a little smaller, even though it's the state capital. But I mean, Vanderbilt's a high academic institution, so there's some comparison there. FAMU's known for having great academics, and I'm looking forward to being in the classroom and learning.
Okay, okay, definitely, definitely. Definitely. I know you heard about Family's band. They're one of the best band in the land. I can't wait for you to step on that field. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions so the people can get to know you as a
Hmm.
person. What's your favorite color?
Blue.
Blue, blue. Okay, okay. What is your favorite food?
Food. I love seafood, so like sushi or like crab legs, and like burgers from whatever has a good burger.
Okay, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Um, what is your favorite superhero?
Superhero. It probably either have to be Iron Man or Thor. I don't know. I'd have to choose between those two, but it would take a while.
All right, cool, cool. Favorite movie?
I couldn't even answer that. There's too many good ones out there.
Okay, favorite football movie?
Football movie. I don't know. Friday Night Lights is a good one. Longest Yard. The Express about Ernie Davis is another good football movie. I don't know if that one's as popular, but it's pretty good.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. So, you like playing quarterback. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate right now. Your favorite route, to throw.
A go ball, just a vertical go ball.
Okay,
If
okay,
you throw it good, run a good route, it's hard to cover.
okay, definitely, definitely, definitely. So, ask this question to my other interview. If you had one game to choose from, and it
Hmm.
can only be three games you could choose from, there's got to be the Florida Classic, Homecoming, or the Orange Blossom Classic. Which game you would choose to have your like breakout game of the year?
Um, Probably the orange blossom because it's in the beginning of the year and you just build from there. So there's no reason to wait till the middle. You go off in the beginning and continue to go off for the rest of the season.
Okay, okay, cool, cool. I like that. I like that. I like that.
And you
Um,
get to play in Hard Rock Stadium, which is pretty cool too. So
Definitely. For y'all don't know, we played JSU down in Miami September 5th. If you ain't there, man, watch it on ESPN because it's going and you support these boys, man, because that's all they need to support. And I'm gonna support y'all to the fullest. Definitely, definitely. Favorite Netflix show?
Netflix show, probably the best series I probably watch is Peaky Blinders. I haven't watched it in a while because they haven't come out with the new season yet, but that was a pretty good series.
Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. Um, Last question. If you had $1 million, what's the first thing you would do?
$1 million. Right now at this time, I would I would probably get like a new car and then invest the rest.
Hey, cool, cool, cool. Well, guys, you already know how I do it. I'm bringing you these recruits, man. I'm bringing you these family players to interview, man. Y'all make sure y'all support, subscribe, and like this, man. Make sure y'all subscribe because y'all missing out on a lot of stuff. Subscribe. So make sure y'all subscribe. No, Jeremy. Shout out to IG and shout out to Twitter, man.
IG is it's underscore moose with four O's and then underscore at the end, and then I'm pretty sure my Twitter is just Jeremy Musa.
Alright. I'm gonna make sure I have it at the end of the video for y'all so y'all can follow this dude, man. Make sure I stay in touch. And people in Tallahassee, man, when y'all see this dude, man, show him some love, man. Give his boy some love because he new around the city, man. You don't know too much of nothing. And one more thing, you gotta go to Olean's. I don't know if you ain't been there yet. You have to go to Olean's for breakfast, man.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'll
Yeah.
maybe go on the weekend or something.
Yeah, man. Ask one of your teammates to take you, man. It's good. It's literally right in front of campus, man. When you go, man, just tell her to pile it on for you, man. It's good for you, bro.
Sounds good. We'll do.
All right, man. Peace out. Bridges on top. We out.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me.
All right.
Like I was saying, man, this was another great interview with a quarterback, Jeremy Moussa, aka Moose. Man, if y'all see this boy, man, on campus, show him some love. Boy, 6'4", 215. I say 230 because he gained some weight, man. That weight room always do it good. He played 9 games, 37 touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns, and over 3,000 yards. But y'all already know, we about to let the film speak for itself. Let's go. FAMU, we got us another one. Y'all make sure y'all follow Jeremy, man, on IG and Twitter. Make sure y'all show that boy some love, man. FAMU, Willie Simmons, we got us another one. And please, 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 please like, share, and subscribe. The more we grow this page, the more stuff we gonna see, man. This is Bridges on Top, and I'm out.